Hey, what's up guys? You got your boy Nantro here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, I'm going to be playing some jorm blood. So I'm still using the same deck that I made like a while ago. The deck is, I don't know, like, I like it. I don't really think I need to make any changes to it, so I'm just not. Like, deck's still pretty solid at what it does. So I'm going to be showing you guys 3 games. 2 of these are going to be Haven games, and then the last one is going to be a game versus Forest. These games were pretty interesting to me just because, like, it kind of shows what happens when you don't get like your jorm gun early as early as you might like, and also what happens when you're like trying to like play around people who are playing to like banish your stuff, as well as also why playing a more creature heavy version of jorm gun in my personal opinion is a little bit better for the meta game. Now versus Forest as well as Portalcraft, you're gonna have very difficult times actually getting your jorm gun off, just because like unless you can either force them or just have them like mess up and use the banishes on things that are not jorming and that are not knocked, you are going to have a difficult time actually like trying to get those into play, just because you don't actually know who is and who isn't playing pure annihilation. If the Haven player wants to, the Haven player has access to, I believe, on average 9 to like 12 banishes that they can play, like 3 scripture, 3 Grandpa banish, 3 Papa banish, and then like 3 pure annihilation. Now obviously they'll usually only be playing 6 to 7 sources of banish and not the full 12, but that is the thing that can happen to you. So he plays out Staircase here, so we already know that like he is 100% probably some type of like Grail heresy nonsense or whatever, because like otherwise I don't really think that you'd play Staircase and Haven. Like you already have Globe draws all the cards that they could ever need in the game. You already have Grandpa Banish, again same thing, draws all the cards that you would need. So I'm just gonna assume he's on some like Grail type nonsense. That's fine. I'll get in Blood Pack here. I pick up all 3 of my Jormungans, and this is great. This means that I can go ahead and slam Jormungan on 6, 7, and 8, and he's only, as long as I like draw creatures, he's only gonna be able to remove like 2 of them maybe with banishes, but I have to draw actual playable creatures. So here I'll go and play up my Fang Serpent. I play up the Fang Serpent here as opposed to the Singer because one, the Singer will most likely die next turn, because if I play it out like this, he might actually not scripture this, but he's probably going to scripture this, and that's what I'm banking on. Unfortunately for me, my opponent just slams down Tribunal. To be honest with you, I don't really like him playing out the Tribunal like that. The reason why is because like you played it on 4, which means that, oh, for all you know, I could actually be, well, you know, Control Blood or something like that, and I can actually just, you know, slam my Spawn of the Abyss or whatever on 8, and you won't have the Tribunal because the Tribunal won't be popping on a turn that does anything for you. But that's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play up the Singer. I'm not gonna evolve the Singer because if he wants to trade, he'll trade. I don't care. Like I have 1 knack and 3 drums in my hand. Like this is all I need to win. I don't care about anything else. So I should go ahead and slam down the knack here because he chooses to get face. I'll go ahead and evolve it. Personally, I would like to not evolve it, but if I don't evolve it, he can just like make the trade with the tortoise and then scripture it anyway. So I might as well just go ahead and get the tortoise actually off the board. He draws some cards with the turn. He plays up Marcher's Tea Time. I was actually expecting to have the scripture, but he doesn't have the scripture, and he doesn't have the Papa Banish. So this is great for me actually. So now he's going to 100% trigger the Jormungand, or it's not Jormungand. He's gonna 100% trigger the Knack, and that's great for me. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of damage, but I don't care. Like the damage doesn't matter to me. Neither does the fact that I'm about to overdraw a card either. Like none of this matters to me. Like all that matters is that, oh, I got the trigger going, and I can go ahead and I can get the Jormungand to trigger automatically this turn too. So I'll go ahead and actually play out the Jorm, evolve it, kill off his 5/3, start his 5/5, and that's great because like the Tribunal will pop this turn. And as I've said in some videos, you don't actually need the 5 like full procs or whatever to proc, and that like, you know, say 2 Jormungand, sorry, and that say 2 next 3 Jormungand or whatever. You only actually need two of any of these to pop, like in order to like get something going. Ideally, you want to make sure that's 1 Jormungand, 1 Knack, but in a pinch you can go ahead and you can actually do say double Knack or say double Jorm, because like double Jorm makes Razor Claws do 5 damage a piece. Like that's donkulous. Anyway, so for this turn, I have everything I need to go. Like so now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna transition to the part of the game where I just try to stay alive, because I did eat quite a bit of damage and I kind of don't want to die. So I'll go ahead and set up some nice clears, because I don't know for sure if he is or isn't playing if he is or isn't playing stuff like say Heavenly Knight or anything like that. So I just want to, you know, trigger my Jormungand's, have everything just go my way, and just be like, yeah, awesome. So I'll go ahead and I'll get my full clear, and I have a word up. So if he wants to say use the Tribunal here, that's fine. That's great because it's not actually on a Jormungand, which means the Jormungand you can just, you know, come out again, just like wreak havoc on him. So here he actually plays the Iron Maiden. To be honest with you, I don't like Iron Maiden. I really don't get why people like actually try to play the card. I don't know. It just blows my mind. However, this turn I want to go ahead and I actually do want to actually try to like not die this turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play out the Jormungand. I play out the Jormungand like this just because I can afford to do so. I do ultimately pass, but the reason why I choose to pass here is because like initially I was going to try to stay alive or whatever in the case of like say Summon Temple plus Heavenly Knight, but he's actually board locked right now. So if he wants to kill me, he has to somehow get rid of his creature and then have the Summon Temple and have the Heavenly Knight. And he has to do all this without using an evolve point, so it's obviously impossible, which means I'm currently safe. He plays like Aegis like I expected. That's fine. That's great for me. Because now what that means is that he's gonna get greedy. He's gonna try to go for the full clear. To be quite honest with you, I would never kill the Stormgun here. I would 100% never ever do that. But he's getting greedy because he wants a full clear and he doesn't want to take any damage. However, that's fine because, well, you look mighty dead, friend. So because I top deck the Starling Chains, what I can do here is I can actually go ahead and go Demonic Ram, Starling Chains, heal for 1, he'll take 3, Starling Chains again because he has the Aegis doesn't die, so that's great. It actually gives me a conduit for me to abuse him with, and then Razor Claw face for 5, and that's game because at the end of turn my Knack will trigger and then my Jorms will both trigger and he'll just be dead. So the big thing about this game is that, well, he kind of triggered the second Aegis he kind of triggered the second Jormungand for free. I don't know if I would have won if he hadn't triggered the second Jormungand. I feel like I probably needed that to die, and he just gave it to me for free, and so that's pretty good. Because obviously, like if he had just, you know, made the evolve, kill off the Bane unit, which can't actually touch your Aegis because the Aegis is not affected by this sort of things, and then just, you know, kept the Jormungand from like attacking or doing anything or, you know, being of use, it would have meant that like he would take, I believe, 3 less damage, and at 3 less damage he would still be alive, and I would have to like try to stay alive with some other method. I mean, in that case it would have meant that actually would have like needed the heals in order to stay alive, and that actually would have been a thing, but we're able to take it, and that's great. So now for the next game, this is going to be another this is going to be versus another Havencraft. Like I said, hopefully it doesn't go as poorly for my opponent last game, or you know, he just kind of like made a misplay at the end, and in a game where he probably would have won, because like slower blood decks do have like difficulties if the Aegis player actually does manage to get down Aegis, and if you have a hand quite like the hand I had where I just didn't have Razor Claws, like I physically needed him to play creatures, so if he had played like Grail or something like that instead, I would have lost. So my hand is on paper it's good. Like on practice it's a little bit shaky. It could go either way. I do have the creatures that I need in order to force him to use tribunals and whatnot that would otherwise be used on like say my Jormungand's and things like that. So it's just still pretty good. I pick up double Razor Claw though. Double Razor Claw slightly less good because, you know, you want to have either the Jormungand or the Knack trigger to be going in order to like be in a great spot where you can be like, yeah, I have this is awesome. But I have a lot of damage in my hand right now. The second I pick up a Jormungand, that'll mean that the Starling Chains does 2, Razor Claws will deal 4, so I actually have 4 damage in my hand, or 7 damage if you want to think about it without the base values. When I pick up the second Starling Chains, I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and bump here. I make the bump in order to try to dig for either Knacked or Jormungand, so this way I won't have to worry about that. But I don't pick one up, and that's fine. I'll just go ahead and use Terror Devil here. I'll heal for 1. It's inscription range, but that's fine. Because if you use the scripture here, that's 1 less scripture for Jormungand. If you use an evolve here, that's 1 less for that too. But here he plays that Ancient Protector, and then he also surprises me. He actually evolves the Ancient Protector. To be honest with you, I would not have evolved that. Nope. At no point in time would I have evolved that, because like, alright, so think about it this way. So you evolve it, right? So you evolve it, right? It's at a range where I can kill it for free with Scarlet, and if you don't evolve it, I can't kill it unless I'm willing to suicide, nor can I kill your creatures. So I don't know. I definitely think I just like would not have killed that. I'm not sure though. Anyway. So what I can do here is I can actually go ahead and set up a 4 HP unit at 4 HP. It won't die to a banish unless he chooses to trade. But if he chooses to trade, that's not face damage. Here he plays an Archpriestess Catalia. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. And now here what I'm going to do is I'll actually go ahead and play a double Baphomet, because I don't actually get clean kills onto this board, because this already has Bane, so I can't just like trade up and then like evolve. So I'll go ahead and do this instead. This way I have creatures going, because I'm still trying to find my Jormagons and my Knack. Like I just need to find one or the other. However, here I'm not going to evolve. I'm not going to trade. Like I don't want to make an evolve, because okay, well I evolve here. Well, my unit dies. His Tiger was for free, so I don't want to do that. That's a losing play. I evolve here. Oh, okay. The creature didn't actually die. Whatever creature I evolved dies on the crackback, and that's awful because I don't have evos, and with the hand that I have has a billion burn spells in it, I need evos. So here he plays with the Gemstone Carapace. That's fine. So what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and trade, get the evolve, so to get the countdown trigger, trade again, and this way it's going to be a clear board. He plays a Snake Priestess, and then he plays Summit Temple. So to be honest with you, as you may know from my mid-range Haven video, I hate when people just like play at Summit Temple just because, oh, I'm floating 1 mana, I can afford to do this. Don't do it. Like the Summit Temple itself, like it's like a burst, like sort of like combo piece or whatever, that you only want to do it if you're collecting damage on the turn. Like for example, if you have a 35 like Carapace or whatever that can that gets like attack or whatever, you want to go ahead and you want to catch it, and then so this way if you have them evolved, you can go ahead and surprise them with some random burst. Anyway, here what I'll go ahead and do is I'll actually go ahead and get out my Knack. Getting out my Knack is great because with all the burn I have in my hand, and the fact that I'm able to make this a 6/5 Knack, that's insane. I'll go ahead and do it this way. I could have actually gone the other way, and I could have just like played out Scarlet and then go ahead and just leave him with a 1 damage dealing Tiger, but I choose to do it this way instead. He actually does take the bait. He actually does evolve into this. This is great. He's playing stuff like Tenko, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Like, but that's fine. I'll get him actually play out my Jormungand. If he wants to scripture this, that's fine. I will gladly take it. However, he'll need to have John Beacon of Salvation or Pure Annihilation, and then in order to actually like get rid of this. But if he can't do that, that's great for me. So here I do mess up. The correct play here, actually, despite what it looks like, is actually to play at the Spider Orb. To play at the Spider Orb Imp. You play at the Spider Orb Imp on the off chance that, oh, he can't actually banish this. However, this does still play into like the banishes. However, or sorry, he can still banish this regardless. However, I want to play it out this way, so this way I can go ahead and play around him not playing Pure Annihilation. If he's playing Pure Annihilation, then this play is like awful. But if he's not playing Pure Annihilation, then this play is like fine. So if he wants to, he can play a Summon Temple here, and he'll actually drop me down to 2. If he does that, I'm not dead immediately, but I'm pretty dead. Thankfully for me, he doesn't have it. He has to start chasing Sprite, so I should go ahead and attack with this Tenko. And here I'm expecting to get scriptured, but I thankfully don't. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So now what I'll go ahead and do here is I'll actually go ahead and trade, get the clear. I'll go ahead and play Scarlet. I'll go back up to 10. I'll then go ahead and play a Spider Orb Imp. At the end of the turn, I'll take a trigger, and then he'll lose this board. So this is nice because I have 2 units in play, and this is great because I have a lot of burn spells, which means I can just go ahead and go off as hard as possible. He takes the Knack trigger, that's great. And so now, all I need to do is just, find damage. I pick up Executioner's Axe. Now, ordinarily, Executioner's Axe would be like whatever, like at this point in the game, it wouldn't actually do anything, and I would still just be stalling. But this is fine, because now, because I picked up the Axe, I have lethal. So what I'll go ahead and do here is I'll actually go ahead and axe up my Spider Orb Imp. To be honest with you, it does not matter which one you axe up. but I'll go ahead and just Razor Claw him in the face 3 times for 12 damage. And I guarantee you my opponent was probably very, very salty or very, very confused by all that just like transpired here. But I'm able to take the game. Because random 3 Razor Claws in the face from a Jormungand deck is pretty scary. Now for the last game, it'll be versus Forestcraft. So this game was this game I'm about to show you. This was actually like the game I wanted to show you guys the most. So I've never actually shown. Sorry, at least as far as I know, I don't think I've actually shown you guys like what the Jormungand versus Forest matchup looks like. It's pretty rough a lot of the times. However, if they're like the aggro force or whatever, or like the aggro like tempo force, you can win. They're the control led version. Sorry, they're like the elephant OTK versions. You can still win, but you have to like find your stuff a lot faster. And of course, if they're Beauty and the Beast, then what you have to do is you just have to like make sure that they can match the X plus X equals 10 on 6 rule, in which you play a creature that has like say 6 attack or 4 attack on 1 turn, and then you go ahead and you evolve the remaining number that you need in order to kill the B&B, because like you can actually kill the B&B with this deck. So I pick up both my Zodiac Demons. That's fine. I'll get in Starling Chains here. Like him playing up the Kindly Chain, it gives me information. It tells me that he doesn't have a 3rd neutral in his hand, which is great, because he's going to have to make a terrible evolve here of some sort, probably. Unfortunately for me, he does actually top deck said neutral, which is fine, because like it didn't matter what. Or sorry, I lied. It did and didn't matter what he had here. Like he needed to have exactly impartial Strix in order for me to not be able to kill it with my. In order for me to not be able to kill it with my Nact, but I have my Nact, so. So now I'm in a good spot. He's at 12. I'm a deck that has a lot of reach from that the Jormungands and the Knack triggers. He has to kill a snack this turn too, because if he like this isn't a turn where he can play Crystallia Lily if he has it. So this is great, which means I have my mans on a timer here, and that's great. Additionally, ordinarily, how you would like to clean up this board is you would like to either go, say Lyrial, Angel the Word, Hector, but you can't do that this time, because if he does that, he risks not having a neutral for him to have the prerequisite neutrals on 6 for him to play the B&B. So he's in a very, very difficult spot right now. So what he'll do is actually go ahead and evolve the Kindly Chant. So like here when he plays, I'm like, oh my god, please don't have ETA, please don't have ETA. But thankfully for me, he does not have the ETA, so he has to go ahead and give me the Feels Bad Man trade. So now we got the timer going, I got my Nact, which this is great. I'll go ahead and actually go ahead and play Baphomet. I played the Baphomet here because I was trying to dig for the Jorm in order to meet the X plus X equals 10 rule. However, I don't find it. And here, to be quite honest with you, I need to play a Terror Devil, but I got really greedy here. And so I actually ultimately play the Blood Pact instead. Playing the Blood Pact is bad because I would need to find the 3rd Baphomet in order for me to be able to put a creature into play. And it basically just puts me on the you absolutely have to have the Jormungand to evolve next turn, or you're going to lose this game. So he goes B&B here. The B&B is a 9/9, which means that like if he has the R yet, I will die at any point in time. I do pick up the Nact, and that's great. So this way I can put my opponent on even more of a timer. Now I'll go ahead and clear out the first B&B. However, this leaves me pretty vulnerable if he has second B&B. But thankfully for me, he needs to have exactly the second B&B in order for me to be in a rough spot. But unfortunately, he has it, and I'm like, okay, well that's fine. So now I pick up the Scarlet. So unfortunately, I'm not quite healthy enough to be able to. Sorry, I'm not quite low enough to be able to go ahead and just play Scarlet. If I could play Scarlet here, I won this game. And I need to get rid of this B&B because if I don't get rid of the B&B, I'm going to die here. But I can't do that either. So what I'm going to do is I'm ultimately going to make a play that not a lot of people would make right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually be a good player and play around cards. So I'll actually go ahead and do here is actually go ahead and play up my Terror Devil. Now, ordinarily, this wouldn't be able to heal me this turn, and I would die to the Ariette. However, the Executioner's Axe is about to come in handy. I'll actually go ahead and axe up, heal for 5 to go back up to 17, but go back down to 15, and that puts me 1 out of range of the Ariette, which he then goes for. Hits me, drops me down to 1. He goes down to 2 himself. However, unfortunately for him, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I needed to happen. And so now I'm able to just slam down my Emeralda and just go face and get him with a crackback of 4 damage for lethal. So this game was wild. Like this game, like I got to use the interaction with Executioner's Axe or for the enhancement. You don't often get to use the enhancement that often, but as you can see here from these last 2 games, when you do, it feels really, really damn good. Oh, oops, sorry. Sorry about that. That's actually gonna be my video for tomorrow, I think. Anyway, yeah. So like I said, like the Jorm gun deck, it feels really, really good. If you're looking for something to play during chess event, which already started a few hours ago, you can definitely try out this. It's pretty satisfying when you actually get like your kills off. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how well this does for Starry. I feel like it probably do good, or I also feel like you could probably tweak it so it actually does in fact do good. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like, go and hit subscribe, and if you haven't, let me know what you think about my Jorm Blood down in the comments below. Are there any like other versions that you like particularly seeing? Like for example, I know that there's a version that like plays like no creatures. Or sorry, not no creatures. That plays only Jormungand and act as the only like Bloodcraft creatures. So this way you can tutor one with Baphomet, for example. But yeah, you know, go ahead and like let me know your thoughts. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, don't forget to join my Discord channel if you haven't. I'm gonna go ahead and try to leave the link down to it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching.